Warning, the following video contains graphic material that may be upsetting for some viewers, including violence against children, coprophilia, necrophilia, urophilia, emotophilia, strong themes of abuse and assault, extreme acts of violence, and all-around mean-spirited films. This video is intended for entertainment purposes. The views and expressions of these films are in no way a reflection of my personal thoughts and feelings. I in no way condone these actions outside of movies. Viewer discretion is advised. You have been warned.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy, Nosferatu, your friendly neighborhood Mexican film critic. So this is my first video I'm actually recording as of this year, and I figured we'd start out with some bangers.
Is it a banger?
In a sense. I know I said I'm not going to do a lot of horror movies constantly, but the disturbing list and my Adult Swim ones kind of have been the most views, so I'm just going to try and test something out. So I'm going to start the year off with disturbing movies that make you say, what the f***? Let's get into it.
Buckle up, kids.
Alright, so disturbing movies that make you say, what the f***? I got about 5 here for now. Apologies if my voice sounds a little messed up. Doing a lot of screaming at band practice, so it's a little raspy there. Let's just get into these, because all of these movies I have watched. I own 3 of them. I actually have them with me here. Just for proof that you know I'm kind of messed up. Each of these is shocking to say the least. Some are more shocking than others, but all of them kind of have some stories to them, or they're just, I don't know, man. They're just kind of fucked up. So, all right, so let's get into it. My very first pick, I'm going to go with, might butcher the name, Gaspar Noé's 2018 movie, Climax. And what this movie is about a whole group of dancers. They get together to throw like one last little party in some like hostel or something, but someone poisoned the punch with LSD, so they spiked the punch, the sangria, with acid. And as the film progresses, it gets more and more confusing, and plus what makes it even stranger is the whole movie's done in like 2 to 3 like single shots, so there's not a lot of cutaways. And what's interesting is there was actually only like 1 or 2 actual actors in there. The most part, the other people are like legit dancers, because it does revolve a lot around dancing. So there's a lot of single shots of just, you know, people taking turns dancing, and then you kind of see the party going in and out. But the more and more people start drinking, the more crazy they get, to the point where, you know, there's people fighting, there's people having sex. This one lady has her son there, who's like probably like 10 years old maybe, and she's telling him, hey, Tito, you need to go upstairs, because this is an adult party, you don't need to be down here. But of course that's where all the fun's at. So as it's going on, people are drinking, starting to trip more, realizing something's kind of off. The whole vibe is very off-putting, to say the least. And it gets to the point where like there's a girl who's pregnant, and someone who's jealous of her like kicks her in the stomach to try and kill the baby. They have one girl cornered on the stairs trying to tell her to cut herself. And one of the more disturbing parts is Tito, the son, comes down and he's chugging like a whole glass of this LSD punch. So the mom's already kind of paranoid, tripping out. So what would you do if your kid did a bunch of hardcore drugs?
Straight to jail.
Usually should put him in a nice place, talk to him, you know, it's terrifying and very dangerous. But no, she ends up locking this child in a electrical closet.
Sorry, what?
So he's just screaming, he's scared, it's dark in there. You don't see from him until the very, very, very end of the movie. But since it is all done in 1 or 2 shots, you know, you're kind of following around these people, and you just hear the kids screaming in the background, just going at it. So you hear Tito just screaming, going crazy, and then at some point, all the lights, boom, goes dark. And then all you hear is someone go, yo, Tito just got fried! It's because you have a child in here tripping out on LSD, panicking, scared. So what does he do? He's in an electrical closet. He grabs the electrical wires and toasts himself alive while the whole place goes dark. And like, what's funny is I started this movie while my wife was sleeping, because it's not something I knew she'd want to watch. But she ended up waking up halfway during it when everyone's already mid-trip and like even the camera's like spinning. There's a lot of super trippy visuals and it's hard to tell what's going on. It's very nauseating. It actually made her nauseous to the point she needed to go throw up, which I completely understand. But when it finally comes to and there's like 3 people dead, there's people just passed out, there's people having sex in the corner, one girl's just sitting there pissing in front of everyone. And then when you actually find out who the girl was that spiked the punch, just for like a gag, I guess.
Oh, it's not very funny, Ralph.
It makes me, I don't want to rewatch it, but I'm gonna have to rewatch it because now that I know, I can go back, see who did it, and then see why they're being a little different just because they're like used to it. But yeah, 2018 Climax, I believe it was on HBO. It might still be on there from Gaspar Noé. I have a couple notes here as well for some of these movies, just quick little synopsis that I pulled from Google. So I'll read this first one. The meaning of Gaspar Noé's film Climax is a pessimistic exploration of human nature, collective collapse, and the thin line between social order and animalistic chaos when inhibitions are removed. So if you're looking for something trippy and you want to have a bad time and
Skis are gonna cross, gonna have a bad time.
possibly throw up, I highly suggest Climax. It's a weird film, man, but I think it was done fairly well. But if you just know Gaspar Noé's films, they're always like that. But yeah, Climax 2018, my first disturbed movie that made me say what the fuck, man, because Tito getting fried sticks with me for a good minute there. So my next one, this was from 2010. I'm gonna butcher this name, but Srđan Spasojevic, and it is 2010's a Serbian film. And I actually didn't buy this. I got actually all the movies I have the physical copies of I got from my friend when I bought some movies, and he just threw in a whole bunch of extra because he knows I appreciate movies. But just to read the little thing I pulled from Google for this, Serbian film is a highly controversial 2010 horror film that functions as a political and social allegory for the trauma inflicted upon Serbia by its government and the aftermath of the Yugoslav wars. To put it bluntly, he was an ex-porn star. He gets a job to do like artsy porn, but he doesn't know what he's doing, and they progressively get worse and worse. He tells him to go to a location, he gets like a blowjob, they tell her to hit her, and so it's kind of weird. And then he meets someone else, and it gets to the point where they drug him. He ends up completely discombobulated out in the woods, and when it's kind of reliving what he was doing, like all the shit they set him up to do, because it definitely crosses the lines. The Serbian film's one of those, if you know about it, you know about it. But it's got everything from like necrophilia to child. It's one of those. I actually first saw it on YouTube, and I ended up waking up Devin in the middle of the night because there's a skull scene towards the end where all I could say was, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And so she's like, what the hell's happening? I'm like, he just this guy's eye socket.
As one does.
There's, like I said, when he's all drugged up, they got him just like having like harsh sex with this one chick, and they start like slap her, hit her harder, hit her harder. But since he's all drugged up and he's doing it, then they put a machete in his hands, so he starts chopping away at her neck. It kind of all devolves to he ends up in a room where there's 2 people, someone small, someone big, covered in a sheet. Another dude comes in with a mask on, so they're both boning these people. And that's when the director pulls the things off, and turns out it's his son and his wife, and it's actually his brother there who's having sex. So
It's all in the family.
it ends up breaking his brain. He kills people. It's where he skull fucks one of the people. It ends with them just driving, completely destroyed. Him, his wife, and his son. They go into his bedroom, and he just pulls out a gun, puts all their heads together. Boom. Takes them all out, because what are you going to do?
Do you go to church?
Should be over, right? Nope. This film likes to go one step extra, and then you see someone walk in with a camera, set up a tripod, and then an actor comes in, and then you hear, all right, start with the little one.
Disgusting.
Jesus Christ, man, it's super f***ed up. Funny story about that, actually. Ben and Dalton from the Memento Morons podcast, my homies, we were spending the night at Dalton's house. Dalton. I was showing them The Mighty Boosh. Love the show. I'll probably talk about it as well as some British stuff, but they ended up going to sleep, you know, whatever. Okay, y'all are just late, y'all are tired. So I put in a Serbian film because I'm by myself, but they wake up, immediately see titties, and they're like, oh, boobs, man. And they ended up watching this entire movie with me, which was kind of f***ed up. And I was like, you guys aren't supposed to be awake right now. So to their credit, they kind of got it. Like I said, we laughed when we needed to, we were shocked when we needed to, and it was a nice little experience for something so f***ed up. But yeah, Serbian film from 2010. I'm not gonna recommend any of these, honestly, but if you like f***ed up movies, definitely go check it out. So my next movie is probably the oldest one on this list. It is from 1975. It was based on a book from, I'll get into it in a second, but that is Salò, 120 Days of Sodom, from, I believe his name was, that's what's down here, Pier Paolo Pasolini. It is based on this book of the same title from Marquis de Sade. Mark de Sade. He's pretty much, if you know the word sadist, it's based on this guy from this book and all the stuff he wrote, because he just wanted to write the most disgusting, debaucherous, just cynical, evil, corruption, just attacking children. The whole thing is about 4 rich assholes who kidnap a whole bunch of children and then force them to do whatever the hell they want. If they don't like it, they get murdered. And let's just see what it said. Let's see. Pier Paolo Pasolini's film Salò, or 120 Days of Sodom, is a critique on fascism, the abuse of power, and consumerism. It is an exploration of how authoritarian power dehumanizes its victims and reduces human bodies to mere commodities to be exploited by the elite.
Mr. Epstein.
And that's just a nice way of saying they're gonna kids, or like make them eat their own poop. There's like pee play in there. They make the children marry each other. Like they're just allowed to do whatever they want with these kids. And the book goes into way more details about stuff. Like the last half of the book is just progressively worse and worse things that they can do. Because I did the audiobook one day and it f***ed me up for like 2 days, man. It's not fun. I've seen the movie twice already, and every time I watch it, it's like, why did this get made? In fact, it pissed off the Italian people so much. Like, the director was murdered after making the movie. He was bludgeoned to death with wood and ran over by his own car.
It was an accident.
Supposedly it was just a murder, but like, he pissed off the government so bad that it supposedly was a hit on his life, just from him straight up saying, "F*** you, I'm gonna do what I want." And what kind of sucks about him dying is he was also going to make a movie about Gilda Ray. If you do not know Gilda Ray, he fought alongside Joan of Arc, and then once he saw Joan of Arc burn at the stake, he devoted his life to the devil, doing alchemy and witchcraft and murdering hundreds of children. Like, one of his quotes was just about how he hung them by cords and ropes and then like beheaded them with daggers and jerked off on them. It was gross. He was supposed to make a movie about him, and I'm kind of mad that didn't get made, because not a lot of people know about him and the stuff that is, I mean, it could all just be a lot of embellishment, but I mean, he did go to trial and executed for his crimes, because there is a Cradle of Filth album based around him called Godspeed on the Devil's Thunder, so definitely check the album out. Maybe don't watch Salò, 120 Days of Sodom, because this film doesn't need to exist. This doesn't need to exist. I didn't buy this. I'm glad I have it. It's a Criterion collection, but...
Oh, humble brag, humble brag, humble brag.
Yeah, that's one of those disturbing movies that make you say, what the f***? And so this next one, there's not a lot of, like, meaning behind it. The Vomit Gore Trilogy from Lucifer Valentine. Now, there are more of these movies. I think there's like 6 or 7 and a couple other ones as well. And this is technically my second time to own these. I bought the trilogy back in like 2011, 2012, when I was in the military, because, you know, I look for disturbing movies and I order it. And the term vomit gore,
which is, by the way, disgusting.
They're not movies at all. They're really not. They're just a lot of abuse of women, super drunk on drugs, forcing themselves to like vomit and masturbate, and then they're mixed in with like gore because it's supposedly like, oh, she's like slowly dying, but this is like her memories, and like the gore. I mean, the reason I got it was for the gore. I could do without the vomit stuff. It's disgusting. So there's 3 in here. There's Slaughtered Vomit Dolls, which was the first one. Regurgitated Sacrifice, which is the second one, and then Slow Torture Puke Chamber.
Are we having fun yet?
I've not seen the other ones. I really don't care for them. These are more just shocking to be shocking. Like I said, he goes by Lucifer Valentine. I'm actually going to do a breakdown of him because he has a lot of allegations against him when they found out. Sure, his real name is Sean Federchuk, and he's actually won Grammys for like stuff on actual Hollywood movies and stuff, but this is what he does in his spare time, which is abuse people and then have a lot of f***ed up gore and stuff. Like in the first one, he spends like, there's like a 10-minute scene of him just going in a chick's eyeball with a screwdriver, sawing the top of her head off. The second one has these Siamese twins connected at the head, and they end up getting sawed in half.
Got fun for the whole family.
There's some dude who like puts a spider up her hoo-ha, and then they sew that shut. Because he does have some reoccurring character on there who can like make himself throw up on command, so I guess that's why they got together a lot. One of the more disturbing scenes out of there is he saws this person's head off, cuts the top of the head off, scoops the brains out, pops out the eyeballs. He's wearing a dead octopus over his head, and he sits in a throne holding the severed head in like a goblet, and just starts filling it up with bloody vomit that's like coming out of the eyes and mouth, and like on it, it's disgusting. I let my kid watch some horror movies, some rated R movies, but these gotta go up in the closet. These are not good to have laying around at all. And the fact I own this again, when I first owned it, I tried to get rid of them. No one would buy them. I tried selling them. No one would take them. I took them to stores. They're like, I don't think we're allowed to have this. I tried to break them. Mind you, I tried to snap them in half. Tip to tip. Boing! Perfectly straight. No scratches, no nothing. I had to repeatedly slam these into the ground on the street so they would just go away, man. They're all bad vibes. It's not good vibes at all. But like I said, now I have, actually this is a 4-disc box set, because the 4th one has like bonus footage and like after interviews with like the actresses, and it kind of takes a bit away from it, because I know there's a lot of abuse and manipulation, but a lot of the actresses before and after, they're like, yeah, that was actually super fun, I'd do it again, you know, it was great getting covered in blood, you know, some of them are down for it. So like I said, it takes a bit of the mystique out of just the shocking nature, but yeah, Lucifer Valentine's, the vomit gore movies, definitely make you say, what the f***? I had a friend in the military when I was showing him them, and he got up to leave, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm not f***ing watching this. You're sitting here eating a Pop-Tart. How are you not disturbed by this? And like, I was just so numb to it. I didn't think now I'm a little older, I got a kid and stuff, so it hits a little different, but yeah, those are definitely disturbing movies that make you say, what the f***? And for my last and final one, I'm gonna make a Gaspar Noé sandwich. And this was one of the first I watched. I've never watched it again. I don't know if I will ever watch it again, because it makes you feel terrible. There's no good way for this movie, but that's how Gaspar Noé's movies are. They make you feel things you don't want to feel and make you uncomfortable. But 2002's Irreversible, and it is a rape revenge film, which are fun. You know, you just watch like I Spit on Your Grave, Last Cabin on the Left, you know, lady gets raped, takes revenge on the rapist. It's cool, it's all good. I mean, it's not cool, don't rape.
Don't tell me what to do.
But, you know, seeing rapists get murdered, we're down for it. What Irreversible is like, it is a rape revenge tale, but it is shot in reverse order. So, it opens up with dude getting beat to death, and then it starts playing it backwards from them trying to find the guy, and then like them talking to her, and how the movie ends is like a 10-minute long, unedited, uncut, single shot of just a disturbing rape scene in like a subway or a train station or somewhere. It's happens in public, and you just feel terrible. You look away, you're trying to peek through your fingers, and even that's not covering it up, and you feel no sort of satisfaction for that he got murdered, because that happened an hour and a half ago. Now I gotta watch this poor girl get abused.
Go watch something educational.
And the movie just ends. I kind of understand that, because when someone gets abused like that, it's not something you can just get over. So, and the little thing I found from Google says, this film's meaning revolves around the inescapable nature of time, fate, and the idea that a single moment of violence can forever destroy lives. Which I understand, but it's excessive and completely uncalled for, because you feel no sense of satisfaction that the rapist got murdered. It just ends on such a down note with her being abused and the dude getting away. And honestly, they should just re-edit it where it's in order, and you might feel like a bit of satisfaction or some closure. There's no closure there, and I imagine a lot of abuse victims don't have closure, which I understand. Yeah, so my little Gaspar Noé sandwich where they start on and end on. These were my disturbing movies that make you say, what the f***? Because I watch a lot of them. I wanted to just start the year off with a bang, and kind of give you a little crawling in your skin. These wounds, they will not heal. But yeah, so those were my disturbing movies that make you say WTF. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends, man. Comment down below. Let me know if you've seen any of these movies. Did they f*** you up? What other f***ed up movies have you seen or you want me to cover? Because I've probably already seen most of them. Don't forget to go check out some W, man. Use 10% off for Nose Dude as your promo code. Get some good energy for yourself. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys. Peace out, and you guys have a blessed day.
Be sure to smash our like button and subscribe to our channel.